All right. Hopefully the chat pulls up because I would like to tap in with y'all today, this morning. That would be great. Good morning, fam. Good morning, and it fucking definitely feels like good evening on this side of town. Definitely feels like that. I hope everyone had a good day, or is having a good day, has a good day, rest of your day. And it's not Sunday, but close enough, right? Sunday service today. A little bit, poquito. Let me pick this up. And we're gonna tap in. It's gonna be we're not gonna be on here for too long, but what's this? Oh, the book. We're gonna start out with the Venetian today, the standard size Venetian. Hi, Annie. Good morning, or good evening. Good evening, because I'm pretty sure you want a different timeline over here, time zone. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna kind of see what the energy is like collectively. As you guys probably can tell by the title, someone didn't want to hear the truth, and now it's literally all they can hear. It's almost like a tower energy that I'm getting, but not necessarily. Actually, I pulled cards for the members a few minutes ago, and the tower came out, but it came out in the reverse. So let's pull some cards and see how this all plays out. I know it sounds like a straight jet fighter. I'm not on a military base, I'm in the ghetto, you heard? Yeah. Alright. I don't got too long. I think it's like 11:30. I got like a half an hour. We could push it like 45 minutes. So $4:30 over here. See? My mind be a little bit all over the place, but I'll be remembering what I need to remember. I hope you're having a good day so far anyway. Two of Swords, which is interesting because when I was pulling for the members just now to get this title, Two of Swords was a pretty big one in that reading. Two of Swords, Six of Cups, another big one for that reading. But we have the Seven of Wands with the World and Justice. This is going to happen a lot throughout the reading because your girl is low-key dying. I was just telling the members, I know I look good, girl. I know I look good today. But I don't feel good. I feel like shit. Okay? So excuse me in advance. But this right here, the Justice, well, it's this way. Seven of Wands, the World, and Justice. This alone, because we're going to talk about this in a second. But this right here, this comes off as somebody who's, listen, I don't care what I allowed in the past. I don't care how empathetic I was in the past. I don't care how understanding I might have been in the past. Try me today. That's this energy right here. And this is in regard to however you spend it. Whether this is something to do with work and it's currency related. Whether this is something to do with your friends, your family, your boundaries in general. Whether this is something to do with a romantic partner or ex-partner, it's all the same. The point is that at some point here, I was being very lenient. At some point here, I was not standing firm on my boundaries with that Seven of Wands. And those days is over for that. Somebody's literally telling me no more Mr. Nice Guy. I think somebody was nice, but I think like somebody was nice without that even being warranted. Like somebody was being nice to someone that they should have been disrespectful to. No funny shit. Like somebody was giving somebody way too much grace. And I think that's why now somebody's like heavily standing on their boundaries. Even if this has nothing really to do with other people per se, the Seven of Wands comes off as like, this don't even got nothing really to do with anybody else. Fuck everybody else. Like, this is about me. It wasn't like I let somebody play with me. Like, I was letting people play in my face. I was letting friends show up halfway. I was letting partners be half-ass. I was letting family members slide because they were family. Like, it's that energy, and somebody's like, whatever I was doing, I'm no longer in that business today. Fuck around and find out. That's the energy here with the Seven of Wands, the World, and the Justice card. My heart! My heart! Yo, it's so funny. Last night I was having a conversation, and I was, somebody was like, what is the New York women, whenever they say my heart or beloved, like, you know, they just toxic. And I was crying because I literally do that. Good morning, darling. Love of my life. How long you been on? Yo, I literally got on like 2.2 seconds ago. We just got on here. And I've been coughing the whole time. The whole time. But we just got on. The Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. Like I said, I just did a little reading for the members when we were getting this title just now. These two cards came out. The members will see, but this was the energy. So I know like we good, we Gucci as far as like the energies tapping in, because yo, the King of Swords came out, the Queen, because for some reason Spirit's like mention some of the cards that you remember, because I kind of feel like we're gonna be seeing it again. We saw the Tower in the reverse, we saw the Devil card, we saw the Six of Cups, that was in the reverse originally when we saw it in the memberships. We saw the Two of Swords. We saw the Three of Swords like 2 or 3 times. And we saw the Queen of Swords. So it was a whole thing on the memberships just now. The video hasn't went out yet, but I just recorded it just now. So we're just going to throw that out there for right now. And see kind of what comes out. Because with this Six of Cups in the up right now, and the Two of Swords here, I think somebody was, I want to say blinded, because that's what they're giving me, but if we're being realistic here and we're being accountable, I don't think somebody was blinded. I think somebody was very much aware of what they were dealing with. Somebody was very much aware of who they were playing with, very much aware of who they were going into business with, very much aware of who they were laying down with. Were they holding them to those standards? No. But that doesn't mean that someone wasn't aware of who they were having in their space. Yeah. Yeah, because the Two of Swords for me, you guys already know, the Two of Swords for me is like somebody claiming, oh, but I had no idea. Bitch, you knew. You're not actually blind. You knew what type of time somebody was on. Like, you knew that liar was a liar. We're not going to act surprised now that they're lying to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that I get whenever I see the Two of Swords. Because in Standard Tarot, that's the meaning is like someone who's oblivious to something, but the bitch is never actually blindfolded. You know what I'm saying? Like, in almost all the Two of Swords cards, she's never blindfolded. So how that fuck is that one of the textbook meanings? I always wondered that. We're going to pull more cards, though. Also, I was just telling the members, what I said, Sunday? No, tomorrow's Sunday. Monday is it's our anniversary. You know what I mean? So we're going to be live on Monday. At what time? I have no idea. No idea. But we're definitely going to come live at least for an hour. Si Dios quiere, you know? And I hope I'm speaking loud enough because I ain't got it in me. I hope y'all can hear me good. I hope so. Damn, that's a lot. It's alright. Wheel of Fortune is all the way alright. Wheel of Fortune and the Star. Wow. Wow. Because the Tower. But this time the Tower was in the upright. I said when I was reading for the members just now, the Tower came out and it came out in the reverse. Wepa. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. I really... Because somebody's like, you really got to explain that? I feel like I shouldn't need to explain this. And I don't know, maybe that's the type of time, depending on who you're dealing with. Maybe that may be the energy of like, I'm explaining shit to you that should be textbook. Like, I shouldn't need to explain this shit to you. You know what I'm saying? There's not many things that frustrate me more than that, you know? Because why you expect to be spoon-fed? Why you expect to be food? Spoon-fed. Yo, y'all saw that? I said that all fucked up. The Wheel of Fortune and the Star, though. The Wheel of Fortune and the Star. Somebody, you know the saying of like, nothing changes if nothing changes? Somebody is like taking control. This could be something as simple as like changing your habits. Well, that's not simple, but it could be something like that, where it's, again, don't have nothing to do with other people, but like the Wheel of Fortune and the Star tells me that someone's gonna actively do the work or is actively doing the work to see some type of change. You feel me? That's what that feels like. Somebody's finally standing on business with something, in regards to something. They're showing me the Knight of Wands, which is interesting because the Knight of Wands, if you've been with me for a while, is the fuck boy or fuck girl of the deck for me. Like, that's the energy of something that's around, kind of always around in the background, simmering, but never really like showing effort, never really like applying themselves. It's like the person that want to make plans with you, but then don't actually show up for those plans. You know what I mean? Or like, it's something, it's half-assed. The energy is half-assed for the Knight of Wands. Again, somebody's like, you really need to explain the Knight of Wands. There's something about that. There's something about that spoon-fed, right? There's something about that I don't know, maybe, because for me personally, that shit is triggering. I hate that. Like, I hate having to explain like common sense shit to people. Like, it's draining. And then especially if you in a position where you kind of making it to where I gotta explain the shit multiple times, like, bro, what we doing? You know, like, it's annoying. And that kind of keeps coming up here. So I don't know. Somebody could actually be like clearing that out, because like I said, for the membership, when we were pulling cards, the Tower was in the reverse. And now the Tower is here and it's in the upright. So somebody could actually be like, yo, it's clipped for all that. It's clipped for all of that. Which, I said that with this. The Seven of Wands, the World, and Justice. I don't know, whatever time I was on before, pertaining to this job, this business, this family, this connection, whatever time I was on before, time is up. I'm no longer on that time. Things have changed. Things are different. And the reason why is because somebody is doing the work to actually change the shit that needs to be changed. This seems to me, like, this whole message seems to me like this is common sense shit. Maybe that's why that's coming up. Because it's like, this is common sense. Like, there was only a matter of time before this happens. That could actually be a conversation. Somebody's either having this realization of like, damn, I can't play with collective the way I used to play with collective. Damn, like, the fuck? Like, somebody's genuinely like, surprised that the way that the door was open for them at some point, they no longer have that access. Somebody's in denial too. That's interesting. Somebody's in denial about it. Like, so I can't play in your face no more? No? Really? Like, nah, you try it right now. Somebody's genuinely surprised by this. That's so crazy to me. Because, like, what? Again, it's this energy of, like, how could you... So you genuinely thought that you was hot shit, like, to the point where somebody was going to allow you to continue to play in their face with no repercussions, no consequences, no none of that? Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. That's why we see the tower. Oh, shit. The Empress, which the Empress also came out for the members. This new thing that I'm doing, where I'm pulling cards with the members before coming live to get the titles. It was random that I started doing that, but like low-key, it's working out. It's working out for me in a big way, because for some reason it's making the readings make more sense. I don't know why I wasn't doing that from the gate. The Tower and the Empress. We also saw the Queen of Cups. I don't know if I mentioned that before, because I mentioned some of the cards that I remember that we saw in that reading. The Tower was there. The Six of Cups was there. The Two of Swords definitely was there. The Empress was there. The King and Queen of Swords both came out. And Temperance, because I was talking about patience to the members a few minutes ago. Also was an energy, because even after I set this live, we pulled some more cards with this deck that we're gonna pull from today, like in a little while. So I pulled more cards with the members, and there was I think that's when the Queen of Cups Empress came out, because I kind of did like 2 spreads for the members. Either way, the point is that I was just telling the members in a video they haven't gotten yet, that somebody was in their Queen of Cups energy, heavy. Somebody was giving the benefit of the doubt. Somebody was trying to see the good in something, or trying to see the positive of a situation. Somebody was in that space, and we've been talking on the memberships for a while now of like that putting someone on the pedestal energy, being accountable for your role in that, why we do that, all the things. We've been talking about that heavily on the membership. So when this message came out a little while ago, like as soon as I seen the cards, it made sense to me. The Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the Tower. As soon as I saw that like that, I understood that the message is overall about somebody being accountable for their role, and also understanding too, because we saw the Moon. That was the other card that we saw too. Understanding that Temperance, the Moon, the Tower was in the reverse, like I said. And so the energy here with the Tower in the upright, and we haven't seen the Moon here, it's like when I was reading it for the members, it was an underlying, there was like still something that was unknown. But by the time we get to this reading here with this in the upright and the Moon not being on the table, because I keep going back to that reading and referencing that reading because it's tied in. And it's helping me with the message that I'm giving to y'all here. Y'all know I gotta be explaining myself to y'all. It's the way I do my shit. So the fact that the Moon card is missing speaks volumes to me, because at the Queen of Cups level, you're making excuses still. You're trying to see the good still. You're trying to be understanding still. All the things, right? All the things that are draining. Because the only thing you're doing by trying to be a good person, a genuine person, is depleting your own energy. Because, yeah, you be a good person, but you be a good person. A big part of being a good person is keeping yourself surrounded by good people. If you're a good person and you're constantly surrounded by people who are depleting your energy, all you're doing is fucking your own shit up. Because listen, even the people who are like super toxic, keeping themselves around people who are also super toxic, it depletes their energy too, but it's different. It's different because that's to be expected. So when you somebody who vibrates from a different frequency, but yet you're around leeches and energy vampires and negative people, negative Nancy's and shit, that's a different type of hurt. That's a different type of level of being depleted, in my opinion. Yeah, you know. But from the Queen of Cups to the Empress with the Tower, the overall message for the members that I just was doing the reading for was somebody finally understanding. Because remember I said we saw the moon. Somebody finally understanding, like, oh, okay. What I went through and how that popped off, that shit wasn't fun. I understood in the moment that it was necessary. I didn't understand why or like the level, you know, of why this shit was so necessary. But I see it now. As the Empress, in the Empress position, I understand exactly why this had to pop off the way that it did. Also, in an Empress setting, like at an Empress level, you understand why the Tower took so long to happen the way that it did too. Because like I said, for the members, the Tower was in the reverse. It hadn't even happened yet. It was inevitable. But the Tower was in the reverse when we were seeing the Queen of Cups. You feel me? So with that perspective, it's almost like because you're in the Queen of Cups is what's keeping that Tower in the reverse. I was about to say if that makes sense. And Spirit is like, those that get it, get it. Like if the message is for you, this makes perfect sense. You feel me? Moving on, because we got a whole pile here. The Lovers, which we did not see in that members reading, which is Gemini energy, the Fool, which is our card this year, which I did a personal reading the other day, and the girl, shout out to you, son, because in the few years that I've been doing this, I haven't had somebody come into a personal reading. Like, of course, sometimes people be like, they want love readings, they want career readings, you know, whatever. But I never had someone come in and say, can you pull the Fool? She told me, pull the Fool card and let's pull cards just on the Fool card. I've done readings like that before, but I never had someone come into a reading and ask for something like that. And Shorty came in and she asked for the Fool card, which is our card for the year, for this year. Which I thought was super dope. And then, you know how energy works. Because then like 2 days later, I end up pulling cards for the members. And I pulled from the whole deck. Like we did a whole deck. We've done it here on live before, a few years back. But for the members, I literally did like a one card. Or what was supposed to be a one card. And I end up reading every card in the deck. And I low-key feel like it was from the energy, remaining energy from that personal reading for the Fool. Either way, the Lovers, the Fool card, and the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who's learning how to... This is somebody who's dipping their toe back in the dating scene. I know I be chatting. But like I promise y'all, if you pay attention, the shit that I'm saying, I'm not just rambling. Even when I be like telling y'all shit that happens to me in my personal life, there's something that resonates there. I promise you. The Lovers, the Fool, and the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who's dipping their toes back into the dating world. Somebody who's taking every precaution too. Every precaution. This may even be somebody who at one point or another said like, dating is ghetto, I'm not doing it. Listen, dating is fun. I don't know what type of time y'all be on. But like if you utilizing your discernment and like you not playing with motherfuckers you should not be playing with, then the experience of dating could actually be fun. You know what I mean? Like there's no way when you're dating people, there's no way that you should be drained. Because then you're not doing it right. You're not playing the game right. You know what I mean? Like you breaking or bending rules for somebody. And by doing that, you fucking up your own experience. Like I said, when you a good person and got genuine intentions, when you keep yourself surrounded by the wrong energy, it will deplete you and affect you differently than it can affect somebody whose energy is also negative. You feel me? So you let the grunts play with the grunts and you deal with the people who's on your level. I know that shit sounds mad cocky, but I had this conversation recently in the last few weeks with somebody. It was like, You know how people be like, you got a date in your tax bracket? You got a date in your emotional maturity bracket. You got a date in your educated bracket, like educational bracket. Like you can't date somebody, or you shouldn't be. Not that you can't, because listen, free will, right? But you shouldn't be putting yourself in positions where you dating somebody that don't even comprehend basic math. And your specialty is accounting, but this person can't comprehend basic math. Like what you doing? Like all you would be doing in that case, if you're not doing it initially, whether you get gaslit or not, if you initially not doing it, what you're gonna eventually end up doing is depleting your energy. That's like, imagine dating somebody, putting in energy to somebody who is emotionally not even unstable, right? I mean, because that's the whole thing. But like dating somebody who's emotionally, I don't even know what way I could put this. Like this person isn't even like emotionally cognizant. Like they're not aware of like emotional cues or social cues, or like they're just oblivious to certain things. They weren't taught certain things. And so imagine dating somebody and it's gonna take you a while to even realize like, oh, this person genuinely don't get it. And then on top of that, you gotta go through not that you have to, but then on top of that, you end up, because now you locked in, so now you emotionally invested where they can't be because they don't know how to be, or they're choosing not to be. Either way, it's both fucked up, right? And then after that standpoint is like, so now what you do? You're gonna teach this person how to be that? Because this is a grown-ass person, I would imagine. You dating somebody who's grown, right? And so there's nothing more frustrating than that. But, like, fuck the frustration. Like, it's depleting is the point. And so when they say, like, date somebody in your tax bracket, apply that not just financially. Like, we're not even talking currency. Like, especially if you're somebody who is actively doing work on yourself, especially if you've done shadow work and you even know what the fuck that entails, or if you've done any type of healing on any level, or if you've done any type of inner child wounding healing, and like, if you've done any of that, if you even are in spaces where that's even part of the topic, if you know what words like discernment actually mean, or if you understand that boundaries are for you and it's not a rule that you're implying on and imposing on someone else, like, if you understand these things, then you shouldn't be dating somebody who don't even get the fundamentals of that. Because, and it's not like it's a bad look. It is a bad look, but that's not even what's important. What's important is that you're gonna fuck your own shit up and set yourself back by doing that. And I'm saying all of this because I just feel like I went on a tangent, boy. I feel like I went on a tangent, my bad. But all of that to say, because when people tell me, people have said it to me for years, bro. For years. Like, dating, I'm off that. Like, I can't do the dating thing. And it always breaks my heart because, listen, you can go through the worst of the worst with a specific relationship. But if you do the work to, like, not allow that to break you, break your spirit, break your beliefs, right? Especially your beliefs in, like, humanity and love and camaraderie and friendship and all that shit. If you do the healing, right? If you take some time, everybody's time limit is different. Some people heal for 6 years. Some people heal for 6 months. Some people heal for 6 days. It just is what it is. But if you take the time to apply yourself where you need to, and you utilize your discernment, and you've actually learned from the experiences or experience you went through, there shouldn't be no reason why you out the game for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Unless it's like I'm on a celibacy journey and I'm doing this for my religious reasons or my personal reasons, and I'm choosing to stay out because it's just like something that I'm doing, that's different. But like, how they got me going on this tangent, I don't know. But at this point, I got to keep going because, I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear this. Because at the end of the day, like, as a human, in this human experience, we're made to, like, have love. and have like camaraderie and community, family. Like, it's just how humans are designed. I know we got some people that be like, oh, I'm antisocial, or I'm introvert, I'm this, I'm that. All that shit comes from pain that's unhealed and unresolved from like your childhood and all that other extra shit. So like all the fucking labels that you put on yourself, or that society, or that you're allowing society to put on you, it sounds good in theory, but at the end of the day, even an introvert sits there at the end of the day and is sad. Whether they like to admit it or not, they're sad because they're by themselves, because they're alone. For a lot of introverts, it's that loneliness that makes them feel like my safety is saying and making myself believe that I would rather be alone, because I genuinely feel like other people don't want to be in my space. That's a whole video in itself. We're not even going to touch on that. But for somebody who has said, I'm good on this, like dating is not a thing that I'm gonna take part in ever again. I'm gonna be single forever. Motherfuckers do nothing but play games. Stop choosing the motherfuckers that are playing games. And like, I know that shit sounds easier said than done, because I know that me saying that is triggering for some people. But that's where that Two of Swords energy comes in. And this Two of Swords, even though it's not the very first card today, it's one of the heaviest energies, because like I said, when I was pulling for the members, this was the card that came out too, the main card. That Two of Swords energy is like, I get it. Sometimes you meet people and they lie. Some people are just fucking bogus and bozos like that. They lie about who they are and what they're about. And they lie and to make themselves seem like something they want to be, but they don't put the work in to be. I get that. I hear you. But that's where your own discernment comes in. You got somebody that lied to you. That's why I say you gotta trust a motherfucker that's a liar to lie. Don't put that past them. You meet somebody while they robbing a store. Don't think they're not gonna steal from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're a thief. Don't think that the thief is not gonna rob from you. Don't think that they're not gonna rob your joy, your genuineness, your compassion. Don't think they're not gonna try to rob your empathy. They're not gonna try to rob your style. They're not gonna try to rob the way people respect you. Like, don't put that shit past people. You meet somebody who you could tell they're like saying little white lies about shit they've been through or whatever the case is. Like, that's where self-love and discernment comes in. You choose who's in your space and who's in your energy. You can only control your own actions. You can't control other people. A lot of times we get wrapped in with people that by the time we notice what type of time they're on, it's harder for us to unravel that, to walk away from that. I'm not taken from that experience. It is harder, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So, the Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Fool, because that's the three cards that came out that got me on this tangent. This is somebody who's putting their foot back in. It's funny because the way the Fool looks, he's like, I'm gonna dip my toe in right here, right here, right here. Somebody needs to be very careful. Somebody's been single for a really long time. Don't be me. Don't be me. Don't do all that work on yourself. Don't be single for mad long. And then when you decide to dip your toe in, don't play with the wrong one. Don't do that. Because shorty does not look pleased in her choice. Don't do that. Somebody also has to understand that keeping options is the way you're supposed to do this. Like, it's not even like a right or wrong way, and you know, but like, that's the way that this should be. There should be no other way that you're dating than having options. Period. Like, I just was talking to somebody this morning and last night. She kept saying to me, I'm a lover girl, I'm a lover girl. Yo, that shit is so triggering to me. Because, like, stop using that as an excuse to be dumb. Stop doing that. That shit is corny, bro. Like, you could be a lover girl. I'm the first one. I love love. But, like, don't be dumb. Like, take your brain along with you. Like, let's make that, like, trending. You know what I mean? Because this sounds like a good idea until this is the type of shit you're doing. The whole point of checking the temperature on the water is to make sure you don't end up in some shit like this. Because this is the lover. So this is something that someone's choosing to do. Don't do that. Don't do that. And stop choosing people that you can tell from, like, day one that you're going to have to put effort into this. To fix, to help, to teach. Like, bro, you should be fixing, helping, teaching your children. Not these grown-ass people. Ten of Cups. With the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody has manifested the life that they're living. I don't think this is happening yet. This is like somebody is manifesting. This goes to this. The Wheel of Fortune and the Star. When I said somebody is actually going to apply or is applying themselves to the changes that they're needing or that they're deeming necessary, that's this energy here. That's this. This is somebody constantly showing up like this, still doing this, still maintaining this, still taking part in this, ends up with this. The Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is somebody who's manifested this. This is somebody who's put the work in to make sure that whatever they were allowing, because I said that here, for some reason I didn't put the cards away from the beginning. The shit that I allowed in the past is no longer what I'm allowing moving forward. Period. And even though it's the Ten of Cups, this doesn't even have to be family, because this could actually be something that you're passionate about. Cups is love and all the good things, right? So this is someone manifesting a life that's abundant and wealthy. And it's not even like this. I'm not even talking currency. This is cups. It's not pentacles. This is somebody who's building. This is somebody who's rebuilding their friend group, person by person. All the bozos I was entertaining before, calling them friends and shit like that, breaking bread with them and shit like that. Like the people that were not meeting me halfway, the people who had different standpoints, the people who had different tax brackets. I was just talking about that. People who had different emotional brackets, discernment brackets, people who had different levels of like problem solving skills and shit. Like I was entertaining all the things and I was depleting my energy. And so the minute I took charge and became responsible for all of the dynamics that I've involved myself in, friends, romantic, work, all the things. The minute I took charge of that, because this I said was that corny saying of like, nothing changes until you change it, right? I know that triggers some people. It's mad cliche, but like it's the truth. You know what I mean? And so somebody does this, somebody makes this decision, but somebody is, because of the wheel. Because the one thing about the Wheel of Fortune, almost every reader can agree, no matter how you read, whether it's textbook or like intuitive, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that the Wheel of Fortune, the thing with the Wheel of Fortune is that it doesn't stop. Like with the world comes to a halt. This is done. Feel me? The way I was allowing certain shit that I should not have been allowing, right? That's done with the world. But with the wheel is constantly turning. This is, yeah, I remember when Cardi told us in the first album, she told us, I get knocked down 9 times, but I get up 10. That's the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune with the star. This is somebody who's, no matter how many times they've been lied to, no matter how many times they've been cheated, no matter how many times they've been done dirty, no matter how many times they've been cut short, no matter how many times they've been played out of their position, no matter how many times they fucked up on some money, they came back, they doubled it. They came back, they doubled it. They came back, they doubled it. I think it was Jay-Z that was like, he said it in a song, and I can't remember verbatim how the lyrics was, but he was like, when you do something and people say it's luck, come back and you do it again and show them that it's work. It ain't got nothing to do with luck. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. And every time I come back and do it, I'm going to do it bigger. I'm going to do it smarter. I'm going to do it better. I'm going to do it faster. I'm going to do it, You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to shut them down every time. That's this right here. And because somebody's doing that is what is gonna lead them to is this. This is what's inevitable if this is the time somebody's on. The Ace of Pentacles, which is the manifestation, and it's the Ten of Cups. Oh shit. The Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. That's funny because somebody's watching me and is like, yo, preach, bro. Because that's what this is. Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords. This is somebody spitting facts. That's me. Yeah. No, but that's what this means. This is somebody who's like, somebody spitting facts, but it's also somebody who speaks truth. Which is the same thing. It's the same thing, it's just worded different. But this energy is either you and other people feel that, and this is why they resonate with you. This is why they kind of always, like, you notice people always kind of gravitate toward you. People always want to tell you their life story. People always want to ask you for advice. People always fuck with you no matter what you bring into the table. Is because they can tell that you're genuine. I don't know if this is you, this is somebody else. You could be experiencing someone like this. This is also building new platforms. Not actual platforms, but like bonds, relationships. Because I said somebody is like building their friend group from scratch. I said that specifically. And so it's like, this is like coming into alignment. And only when I first came to this channel and I first started doing these readings, it was very quickly, like it happened very fast, that I realized, like, oh, there's Soul Tribe here. Like, this is different. And you know, for a few years I'm building and I'm growing and I'm bonding with Soul Fam here and on the Patreon and on the memberships and all that, right? But in my day-to-day, I have my peers that I deal with, that I've dealt with, that I break bread with, that I do business with, that I have dealings with, right? Romantic partners, all type of shit, friends, right? But it comes to a point where it's like, you start to realize that the people that you have around you physically have been around you for so long that it's almost like a habit. Like, you have people around you not because there's camaraderie, but because there's familiarity. And after a while, you start to romanticize that. Oh, this has been my friend for 20 years. We locked in, but y'all couldn't be more different. More different in tax brackets. See how I'm going back to that? More different in like emotional recognition. The beliefs that y'all, if you deal with somebody, romantically or not, because even as a friend, if you dealing with somebody in close proximity, whether you working with them like a business partner or a relationship or best friend, and you got two different standpoints on like human rights or immigration, right? Politics, like if you got different viewpoints on things, it's a hope and a dream that got that dynamic still floating. You romanticizing something, that's what's keeping that going. Because there's no way that you believe that all immigrants should get deported and your best friend who comes from an immigrant family believes that everyone should be treated equal. There's no way y'all best friends. Not for real. Maybe on paper, maybe on the podcast, but not in real life. Not soul to soul. That's not soul fam. There's no way that as a black person and a white person being best friends, and the white person is straight MAGA and the black person is like Black Lives motherfucking matter, right? And there's no way that y'all locked in and that's Soul Tribe. There's no way. There is no way. You not supposed to be here because you're not supposed to be off that maca. I'm not even going to give her a hard time because low-key, she been on that hammock since I did the members. You was being a good girl today. You're going to get treats before I go. I promise you. And I'm going to give you a churro. I got churro for you. Yeah. She was listening today. I really thought she was going to be in her bag. Ain't she so beautiful? Look at her face, her green eyes. You're so precious. I love you. I wish I could stay with you all day. But stay on the table, because I don't want you on the floor. They doing construction back here. And I already said she wasn't supposed to be outside, but I'm being soft because I feel bad for her. But yeah, I feel like I went on like 900 tangents in today's live. I don't want to see your butthole, girl. I don't want to see your butthole. Either way. No te pasa, nena. No te pasa, because I will send your ass inside so fast. We will get you a red cape and call you Flash, boo. Yeah, sit right there. Anywho. I didn't pull nothing from the mini Venetian. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick before we wrap up, because... nah, low-key. It's about to be 12:30. I was supposed to be gone. It's Saturday, right? If you're watching me live, it's Saturday. And... I'm on the East Coast, so it's like almost 12:30. I don't care if you worked 1,000,000 hours last week. I don't care if you didn't work at all and you just been home deep in a fucking depression all week, all month. Go outside and touch some fucking grass, bro. Walk around the block, sit on the front porch. Listen, go outside. Get some vitamin D. Get some vitamin D, hurt? It's good for your bones. Nah, but on some real shit, go outside and touch some grass. Because, like, seasonal depression is about to hit us bad. The last thing we need to be doing is adding fuel to that. All right? All right? The sun. I'm saying that and Charlotte's looking at me like, bitch, let me go outside and catch some sun. Yo, when I tell y'all, the members will tell y'all. I couldn't even speak the other day. I was like, talking like a psycho. The star. The star. This is giving me the vibes from the, like, was it last week or 2 weeks ago when I was on here singing. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Yo, low-key, I still haven't went back to see Queen Cups live. She went live that day. I saw, like, the first, like, 10 minutes, but I still haven't watched the whole live. She went live that same day talking about the fucking sun coming out. The same day that I did this shit. She'll probably listen to that in the car. Look at this. 6 of Pentacles. The sun, the star, and the 6 of Pentacles. So there's something here that you are... oh, yeah. This 99 could be relevant for somebody. September 9th. 1999, I don't know. This 99 could be relevant here, but before I even touch this, because this was face down, you see why I don't want you outside? Y'all heard that? That shit scared the shit out of me. You see? Yo, she's looking at me like, you see why I don't want you outside? You not a hood rat. You not a backyardigan. Yeah. Yo, she's looking at me like, yo, you heard that? They beefing. It's tough out in these streets, girl. This is why you can't be outside. Yo, I promise y'all, this isn't just like a live thing. We talk all day. Me and this cat, we speak the same language, I promise you. That shit scared me. But the sun, excuse me. The sun, the star, and the 9 of Pentacles. First of all, I feel like somebody didn't realize just how much they've been out of touch with themselves. I think somebody is realizing now or will be realizing soon, like just how much of themselves they've had to give up, whether in a relationship or at a job or during a specific season. Because I was just talking about seasonal depression too, right? So it's like there's parts of somebody's like, yo, there's parts of me that I'm kind of popping. Like, I kind of love it here, you know? But I think that for a long time, whoever's having this realization, like, that's not me saying it. That's the energy that I'm tapping into. Somebody's like realizing these things or things about themselves that are pretty dope. But I think this is coming after a season of like really being under a rock. Not being appreciated, not being Sunny D down properly. I mean, listen, it happens, yo, it happens. But there is this realization here of like, oh, okay. Somebody's also learning how to appreciate, because there is this big, like, they're showing me the word, like, appreciate. Somebody's learning how to appreciate their own energy, their own time. The next card out is a 9 of Cups, right? It fell out face down. So if you are OG, you already know. But if you new here, every time the cards come out face down, it always means to me, because I read intuitively, it always represents something that is unknown. There's something that you've been after. I don't know if it's a tangible thing or like an emotional feeling that you've been like yearning for. There's a feeling here of yearning, desiring. The whole time you had it. You had it. And I feel like for a long time you have felt like you were lacking it. You needed it. So like, if we're looking romantically, right? This is like you with somebody because you don't want to be alone and you feel like you just want to be happy. And so you're in a relationship that doesn't necessarily make you happy, but you're finding ways to make yourself happy in that relationship. You're trying to fill your cup through another person. And it's in the divorce or in the split that you realize, oh, it's me. I have to actually fill my cup. I actually have it. I can actually do this. Or I was actually supposed to do this myself from the gate. You know what I mean? Because there's 9 of Cups. I don't know why the fuck I was going to say 9 of Wands. Somebody's been avoiding this or trying to avoid. Somebody may have been... Oh, this feels mad toxic. Somebody may have... Because earlier they were showing me the fucking Knight of Wands. And I kept saying, I don't know why I'm picking this up. But like, here I am. Right? I was saying that before. Somebody may have been gaslighting you. Manipulating you into believing that they loved you. Or that they cared for you. Or that they wanted to build with you. Whether it's romantic. Because even this could be somebody who's trying to keep you in business with them. Trying to keep your sponsor. Right? Your donation. It don't feel like a donation, but it's like your contribution to their company, to their business, to their whatever. This could even be friends, like somebody trying to, an energy vampire, somebody trying to feed off your energy. So whether it's romantic, platonic, a business thing, is gonna be different for everybody, but the message is gonna be the same. Somebody tried to manipulate or gaslight you into believing that they loved you, they had the best interests in you, in the growth of the company, in the betterment of you as a person, as a woman, as a man, whatever the case is. The whole time they're doing this because they don't want you to see that you don't need them. Does that make sense? Because it feels like, even if you knew this going into this, because even if this is a relationship where it's like, people always wonder how certain people who are narcissistic or toxic or karmic always end up with people who are empaths or like just pure, genuine hearted. Like, people always wonder how that happens. It happens for the same reason they shame you. The same things they shame you for is the reason why they picked you. The reasons why they pick you. Like, people who operate from a really low vibe, really super duper low self-esteem, they go after people who are the complete opposite. People who have respect, people who come from like they have a lot of friends, and their friends like come to them for shit or respect them on a certain level, like people who hold them, hold themselves accountable, people who have integrity, people who have status, maybe even, right? Whether at work or social media or whatever, right? It don't even matter. It's like they go for people who are the complete opposite of them because it's what they want to embody. How the fucking brain wiring works, I'm not entirely sure. That's not my expertise. But on an energy level, these are the type of people that you call energy vampires, because somebody was trying to convince, somebody is in the business, because I don't think this is selective to you. I think this is genuinely how this person operates. Which brings me back to my title, where it was somebody didn't want to hear the truth, and now it's all that they can hear. There's no more running from their truth. I think somebody operated or operates still in a way where they keep the same type of people they say they despise, they try to keep them around because they're trying to leech off of their energy and mask it as if it's their energy, in hopes of like people not discerning or not seeing through the bullshit and understanding like, oh, it's not that you an introvert and don't like people and you antisocial and you too good, or it's not that you nonchalant and you mature. It's you don't like yourself. Got you. You don't know how to love yourself. You're struggling with the person you are. And so the way you deal with people is nasty and uncalled for and gruely, to say the least, because that's genuinely how you feel about yourself. Got you. Because there's the one thing that they say is misery loves company, right? That's like the oldest saying in the book. But no truer words have ever been spoken. Misery loves company. And so this right here, this message right here is somebody realizing, I don't even think I was depressed. I think I was surrounded by someone or people, multiple people, that were miserable, and their energy was pouring into my cup. It's like, that's what it feels like. It feels like someone else's energy pouring into someone. But it did so enough to where it convinced somebody that this was also their energy. And so I think somebody was struggling with that for a long time. The point is that the sun comes out tomorrow, right? I just was singing it again, And so this is not something, it's not genuine to you, which is why the minute you're no longer in certain spaces, your energy is back. It's like you bounce back to, like, you ever be around somebody and you don't even fucking recognize who you are when you look in the mirror? Like, the things that you used to love to do, you don't even have the animal anymore to do it. Or the way that you used to show up for yourself or for other people, like, you don't even have the capacity to do it. Or you start snapping at the people around you, and it's really not that they're doing things. It's like your temperament changes, your level of fucking patience change, all the lessons you done learned out the fucking window, because your energy now is like a radio frequency. It's like, you ever see on a bass thing, the thing is like, it goes like that, the chart goes like that. That's what's happening to somebody's energy, because it's somebody that you have around you, whether it's a partner, a boss, a co-worker, a best friend, a neighbor that want to sit next to you while you outside smoking your little joint, trying to have you time, but they always want to come outside at that time. You know what I'm saying? And just being in someone's energy has you in a really bad space, or had you in a really bad space. The thing that we're picking up here, though, because I'm not seeing none of that on the table. What I'm seeing is the after, what it looks like when the sun comes out. So a few weeks ago, we were singing the sun's gonna come out, but now this message is like, baby, the sun done came out, darling. The sun done came out. The sun, the star, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. Collective. If it walks like a duck, if it sounds like a duck, call it the chupacabra if you want. But I don't know. It might be a motherfucking pato. That's just, you know, my take on it. Felicia, you really trying it right now. Because I know you not where you at right now. I know you not. I know you not. This energy, when I was talking about the 7 of Wands and how somebody's going to stand on business, they not playing. Somebody is not cold and standing on business. Somebody's standing on business, but they understand. This is not somebody standing on business and going tit for tat. This is somebody standing on business and not, like, I'm not in the position to judge nobody. You how you are, that's how you move, that's what you're choosing to do. Karma is on you, that's your business. I'm not in charge of creating karma for you, saying when karma gotta meet you, none of that. This is somebody who's like I said, boundaries are for me. These are my boundaries. That's different. That's different than when you're talking about rules that you as a person set for someone else. Whoever this is, because we saw the 7 of Wands earlier, in the very beginning of the reading, actually. Whoever this is saying, these are my boundaries. I don't care enough about what you got going on to even have any rules for you or for y'all. These are my boundaries. And I'm not going to let you or nobody overstep them. I'm not going to understep them. I'm going to show up the way I need to be showing up. The star, the Wheel of Fortune, we saw that. The 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, we saw that. The other shit that y'all got going on, that's on y'all. It is what it is. I also, I said I was going to wrap this up, but I also feel like somebody is, somebody's having a hard time with the realization that this is where y'all at right now. Again, this could be somebody that you knew for mad long, a best friend, an ex-best friend, family members, right? Somebody's really like, yo, this bitch really dead ass. She really not fucking with me. And I think that's warranted. Because there's no question. Somebody is definitely like, I'm off this. I'm off this. Like, people ask me all the time, how the hell you have, like, certain addictions and then you able to just, like, walk away from certain things? Like, when I used to smoke cigarettes. People always, to this day, it's been almost fucking 8-9 years since I smoked a fucking cigarette, right? But I smoked for so long and I smoked so much, it was disgusting. People still to this day ask me, like, yo, how the fuck you just stopped? Or the weed. Yo, I used to smoke so much weed. And for so long. That people to this day ask me. It's been, Ozzy's about to be 20, so it's been 21 years since I smoked a joint. And people always ask me to this day, how the fuck you did that? When you go a certain amount of time without something and you realize you're better without it, cognitive dissonance will have you going back to it. An unhealed standpoint, an unhealed heart, an unhealed way of thinking, processing, dealing will make you go back to shit that you know is not good for you. Right? I mean, that's the way I look at things. Because once I was a week without smoking and I was saving money, because when I used to smoke cigarettes, the packs were like $6. The packs now are like $20 for a pack of cigarettes. Like, that's crazy to me. But like, even at the $6 mark, in a week, I had saved fucking $100 or whatever it was. Which is like, I wipe my ass with that. But realistically, in this economy, we just right now went into a government shutdown like 20 minutes ago. So like, who's complaining about an extra $100 in your pocket? Like, even off of that, the currency alone, I was like, why the fuck would I go back to that? But then also, like, my quality of life, I was noticing things were different. I was feeling different. So why the fuck would I have went back to that? Feel me? So it's the same concept, you know? Let me get this damn cat, because now she's playing with me. And they got, like, a little spot that she could deadass escape. We're not even gonna entertain that thought. I love you guys wholeheartedly. I had no idea I was gonna be on here this long, because I literally was like, 30 minutes. Look at us now. The OGs know this shit is not new. Members, you guys have a reading coming up. You guys have 2, because I have like 2 or 3 in the little file cabinet. But you guys should get a reading today before 9. Realistically, before 5 p.m. It should be out. I forgot what time I set it for. For those of y'all who've been tapping in with me on TikTok, shout out to y'all. It's not as lit over there yet, but like, we gonna be there soon. We've been doing little walks and like just vibing out on TikTok. So shout out to, there's been some of y'all who have followed me on the TikTok. Send prayers, because I need Jesus. Like the black one, I need him in my life. I need to get better. This shit is atrocious. I was in a Zoom meeting the other day. I'm trying to be all professional and trying to get my corporate voice on and shit. And I was like, mochos coming out, had eye boogers on my fucking eyebrows. Like, it was just terrible. It was terrible. I don't even know how I'm about to function the rest of the day, but I love you guys. Like I said, even if it's to sit in the front of your house or go out the window and just put your head up, especially if you're in New York, because like 81, I'm about to go to the beach tonight. No games. 81. It's fucking October. Oh, and I'll see you guys Monday, on the 6th. I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday. I think it's Monday, the 6th. I don't know what time we're going to go live, but whatever day the 6th falls on, we're going to be live that day because it's our motherfucking anniversary, okay? So, I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Don't let nobody's dusty-ass son or dusty-ass daughter ruin your day. Please and thank you. And you guys will see me in a few days. Don't forget to hit that like. For those of y'all who hit the hype button, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Felicia.